Hey traders, welcome to the channel, The Noble Trader. I'm a trader and trainer, Mr. Paris Kol over here. So in today's video, we are going to take another news trade in the market. As you have been told that we are actually live trading on all the forex news over here, and we are making good money. So do not forget to subscribe to the channel, The Noble Trader, and also please hit the like icon. In the last news, we have traded on the NFP where we have made good, risk reward of 1:5, and before that we had also traded in the high impact market news of the unemployment claims on the gold itself. Since today, as you can see, let's open up the forex factory, and you will see that there is a USD CPI going to be released in the market. The timer is about to start. So around 1:30 p.m. Okay, I will start with, so this is another, I think, time zone. But yes, in the next 5 minutes, the CPI is going to be released in the market. So all you have to understand, guys, is that core CPI is highly important for us. This is a highly volatile news. The consumer price inflation index is going to be released in the market. So let's understand how is it going to impact over here. So just hold on. Yeah. So let's understand over here why traders care. Consumer prices account for a majority of overall inflation, and inflation is important to the currency valuation because rising prices lead to the central bank to raise interest out of the respect of their inflation and containment mandate. Okay. So what is happening over here is, if you look over here, the forecast over here. So 0.2%, 0.3%, and 2.4%. These are the major forecasts for this month. And what is the correlation between the CPI and the dollar index? Since you know that this is a USD, very important news in the market, we always trade in the gold itself. So what is going to happen in the market is, if the actual data of inflation is going to be higher than the forecast, then you will see the dollar is going to go upside. So inflation and the dollar index are having a very highly, you can say, direct correlation in the market. And because of that direct correlation, you will see that the gold prices are going to go downside. So if the forecast is 0.2, 0.3, and 2.4, based on the, you can say, month on month basis and yearly on year basis. So if the CPI data is going to be increased, you will see the dollar index going upside and the gold is going to go downside. And also reversible, that if the inflation index is going to be less than this forecast data, that say, for example, if the actual data is 0.1% and over here it is 0.2% and over here it is 2%, then you will see that the dollar index is going to go downside and the gold is going to go upside. So since 3 minutes are left, let's move on to the gold chart over here and let's see how the gold is behaving right now. Okay, so moving on to the technical analysis, we are complete with the fundamental analysis where we have understood what is the news that is going to be going to come in the market. So we are done with the fundamental analysis. Now we are looking at the technical analysis of the gold. Since it's a USD news, we always trade in the gold itself. So let's see what is actually happening over here. Just hold on. Okay, so in the chart itself, if you are going to mark the major price levels, you will see that the major price level of the previous day high is over here and the previous day low is over here. Okay, so this is the major previous, you can say, high and low. The major daily low is over here. But when we are looking at the technical data, the major swings over here, this is the major high or the previous day high, and this is the major low in which the market is actually consolidating in between. So what is happening right now? The market is consolidating over here. And since the market is consolidating, we are either looking for buy trade or sell trade over here. So let's say if we are looking for the buy trade, we are going to target the previous day high. If we are looking for the sell trade, the first target will be at this low and the major target will be at the previous day low in the market is around 5120. Okay, so I have actually marked the major pivot levels. If you have any question, guys, you can put it in the chat box over here, and I have also pasted my WhatsApp number if you want to get connected over here and have some talk with me related to your problems in trading. You're most welcome to connect me on WhatsApp itself, and you can connect me directly and talk to me about your problems, guys. Okay, and till before we take the trade, do not forget to subscribe to our channel, The Noble Trader. I'm live trading on the major news factory over here as soon as the major news comes up, and we are live trading on the same itself. Okay, so now let's understand what's happening over here technically, since 1.5 minutes is left. So as I told you, the market is highly consolidating right now. So it's kind of in the box over here where the major high is at the level of 52, I think 52.35, and the major low is at the level of 5160, and the previous day low is at the level of 5120. So now if you will understand the consolidation, so within the consolidation, what is happening? External structure, if you look at the external structure, the major said that the price is trying to go towards the downside because this is the major higher highs when the market was creating a new higher high, higher low, and a higher high. The market created a major lower low over here, and then from here the market created a lower high itself over here. So what is the major direction of the price? The major direction of the price is downside only. If you look at the external structure, the market has created the last lower low over here. Okay, since the market has created last lower low over here, and from here what did happen? The market created a lower high. Okay, so market created a lower high over here. So what is the major expectation? Should the market go upside or downside? Please write it in the comment section, guys. So this is the major expectation. The high probability says the market should go downside. Even if you are taking the sell trade over here in the market, there is a high probability that the market can go upside because there is a consolidation. Market can go little bit upside and then go towards the downside over here. But again, since the external direction is towards the downside, what we are looking here for is the downside direction only. So what we are going to do, we are going to place a sell trade in the market. We are going to put the stop loss somewhere around over here with the stop loss of, I think, around 65 pips over here, and we are going to target the major high low for here. So this is the trade that has been done. So let's see, 3, 2, 1, what's happening, if the market will go up or down. The market is near our stop loss, guys. As you can see, it's going up, but it has not touched the stop loss. Look at this. So now the stop loss has been taken out. Okay, let's look at the data. If the data is negative or positive, so data is still pending in the market. So what is market doing? Market is consolidating, and that's what I said. Market will try to hit your stop loss first and then might go towards the downside. So I think the data would have been the same. That's why it is usually the same. So exactly what is happening, look over here. 0.2% was the forecast and 0.2% is the actual data. 0.3% is the forecast, 0.3% is the actual result. 2.4% was the forecast and 2.4% is the actual data itself. So that means the market was about to consolidate today, and you can see a very small candle opening over here, mainly consolidating, taking out the stop losses of the upside, and now it will try to take out the stop losses from the downside. So that is what happens when the data is exactly the same. And that is why I told you guys, whenever you're news trading with me, try to minimize your risk as much as possible, because there is a high probability market will go upside or downside or even consolidate in the between, because the data of the forecast and the actual is exactly the same. And that is why there was no good volatility in the market. Now let's go back to the chart. You can see a high, a very big doji candle is being formed in the markets. So let's minimize this. Okay, if you will see over here, why this is a doji candle that is being formed in the market, why consolidation is being happening, because the data of the forecast and the data of the you can say actual data is basically the same. And since because they are same in the market is consolidated with the same news candle. Otherwise, you would have seen that in the news of the CPI or wherever there is a this red box majorly, you would see a good volatility in the market. And that is why tomorrow, I think exactly at the same time, unemployment claims is going to be released, and on the Friday the PPI going to be released in the market. So this is going to be highly important news again in the market. So we are going to live trade tomorrow itself. So I should be doing it the Canadian time. I'll put it in the Canadian time itself. Just hold on, guys. I think the meta rate is set. So sometimes that happens. If you will see, the timing change, and we are in the Pacific timing. So let's save settings. Okay, so now you can see exactly around 5:30 a.m. tomorrow. Okay, sorry. Again, I think I have put up the Pacific time itself. Just hold on, guys. Yeah. Okay, I think we are exactly in the Eastern time itself, not the Pacific time. Okay. Let's see if it matches now. Yes, exactly matches. Okay. So now tomorrow exactly at 8:30 a.m. the unemployment claims is going to be released in the market, and day after tomorrow exactly the unemployment change is going to be released, and the unemployment rate as well as the PPI is going to be released in the market. So these 2 days are highly important for us. Okay. And exactly at 10 a.m. the job openings data is going to be released in the market. So we are going to go live for tomorrow exactly around for the unemployment claims. If you are in different time city or if you are having different time zone, guys, you can adjust the time based on the Forex Factory. You can change the time from this itself. So you can use the time from here, and you will be given the live you will be given the live timings of our live trading itself. So come on these timings whenever the news is going to be released according to your own time zone, and we are going to live trade itself. So as I told you, last 2 lives we had a good profit, and today in the CPI we had a good small stop loss. As you can see that this market is still consolidating. Even the sellers or the buyers both are losing money right now. So it's better to accept the stop loss in such conditions where you can see that the data is very same and there is no going to be volatility in the market. Okay, guys. So this is the major, I think, live trade for today. If you have any questions, you can put it in the chat box, or you can WhatsApp me directly on the number itself. Do not forget to subscribe to the channel, The Novel Trader. I'm your trader and trainer, Mr. Paras Kol over here. If you have any queries, feel free to contact, guys. Till then, hasta la vista. See you tomorrow and see you on the Friday itself, guys.